All right, so here we've already reviewed our 2 questions. Let me hit present again. How are eggshells formed? And what is an eggshell made from? So we are going to find out the answers to those questions and on the next slide. All right, so here's the, like how I did that? There's a little egg over here. So bird and chicken egg anatomy. First, how does an egg get its shell? So this one is going to answer how, yes.
I can't see your screen. Like, are you screen sharing?
I think I am, but maybe I'm not. I wasn't. Sorry. Thank you for letting me know. Ta-da! Now everyone can see my thing. All right, so bird, chicken, and egg anatomy. So again, I've got a little egg display up here that he is presenting. So we are going to talk about egg structure, and we are going to talk about how eggshells are formed. So listen to how eggshells are formed in this quick video.
Hi, I'm Kristen Conger from Stuff Mom Never Told You, here to tell you how a chicken egg gets its shell. You know the old question about, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, let's scramble that up, egg pun, and ask, which came first, the chicken egg or the chicken egg shell? Trick question, people. They actually grow at the same time. And the way it works is through a process that also happens with bone growth and seashell development. So what happens is there's this membrane around the egg, and on that membrane there are evenly spaced points where columns of calcite form. And these columns stack side by side, and then they grow together like crystals, forming the complete shell out of that calcite. So the calcite is basically floating in a solution around the cell once the membrane is put in place, and it deposits on the membrane to form that crystal. So the egg grows its own shell. Isn't that nifty? Who knew that eggs were so smart? I didn't. Just bring a little bit of science to your breakfast table. You're welcome. Now, if you want to see more.
All right, so again, based on her video, she said, and I'm going to back it up just to that part and have her repeat exactly what I want you to hear. You were right about there.
And then they grow together like crystals, forming the complete shell.
So again, they have calcium and they form together like crystals. So how are eggshells formed? They grow calcium. Like crystals. So that would be the answer to your first question. How are eggshells formed? They grow calcium like crystals. Okay. Now the second, what are eggshells made from? You could probably even answer that based on the last question, but I do have a link just in case you wanted to get some additional information. And again, we just need this area where it's talking about the shell. Bumpy and grainy in texture, an eggshell is covered with as many as 17,000 tiny pores. Eggshells are made almost entirely of calcium carbonate. So I'm going to write calcium carbonate down as the answer to my next question. What are eggshells made from? They're made from calcium carbonate. And then that is, so if you see this right over here, that right there is basically the scientific way, and you'll start learning this as you get a little older and get into some chemistry, but that's basically your chemistry name for it. It's Ca for calcium, okay, and carbonate is CO, and then a 3 kind of down below. So calcium carbonate crystals. So there you go. So we know now what an egg is made of, and we know that how the eggshell is grown on the top of that membrane. So again, that doesn't tell us a whole lot about the eggs, but it does tell us that they are very delicate. It is just a thin layer of calcium crystals that are holding that egg together. So again, that speaks to the fragility of the egg. So that is where we are going to stop for today. So I'm going to stop my screencastify over here.